Hi, hello, it's your boy Paco. How y'all doing? Come, shake my hand, shake my hand. There's a small little video that I'm gonna just throw out here in the woods. While I do Exposition 30, I'm editing Exposition 33 and Kingdom Hearts Recom. God, Recom is hurting my soul, man. That game is hurting my fucking soul, bro. Love it to death, but I mean, damn, I don't know if I love it to death. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. The retrospective, it's not really retrospective, but the video after that, because I got Riku's story after that. I'm not looking forward to it. But here's what the topic of the video is going to be. So I've been thinking about Wuwa recently, and I've been just scouring the net, and I've been seeing stuff about the anniversary. And I'm wildly, right? Because I haven't been ignoring it for like the entire time because I've just been enjoying playing the game like you're supposed to. And honestly, from a new player perspective, how do I feel about the anniversary? Right? I'm not going to, like, okay, how do I put this in ways that can make this make sense? I don't feel too bad about the anniversary because I already have a lot of stuff to do. You know what I mean? Like, I got a whole Renacita to still do, you know, I'm still mint pinking in technically 1.0, you know, I'm still grinding that out, you know, so I don't really feel the issue with it because, again, right, I have a lot of stuff to do. But let's say I was like a veteran, right? And I really put in my perspective, like a veteran's perspective, I can see the issues with this. Because if you put it on paper, what really is the anniversary? It's a board game that you just go in a circle, right? You get a new companion, and then you hop on them, and they make the circle go a little faster. You got the parlay, you know. You got horse racing, which some might find enjoyable, even though if you down with the parlay. You got a combat event, which is just glorified echoes, if you really think about it. And you got 2 story quests. And that's really the anniversary. 2 story quests. And now, when you say it like that, it doesn't really sound appealing, right? It doesn't really sound very good. And when you play it, it's not very good either. I'm not gonna lie. I played it, and it's a little boring. It is a little boring, right? But here is like what the real, I guess, like problem with, right? I've seen the Zany, right, like issues that's been popping around. All right, not about the power creep thing. I couldn't care less about that. About how restrictive she is, right? She can only really be used by 2 people, right? Rover and Veen, which is weird. It's not like it is weird. Right? Why would you do that? It's kind of, why? Just why would you make it only usable by 2 people, right? But is that bad though? It's weird, but is that bad? No, not really. What makes it bad? I think what really makes it bad is the fact that Zany is the anniversary, right? Because she's the anniversary unit, more people is gonna have their eyes set on her, and the fact that everyone have their eyes set on her, you really start nitpicking more, right? Because that's the big unit, right? This is the anniversary unit. So you're gonna nitpick more often with that, and because of that, the 2 unit thing feels way worse. Right? It just looks worse and it feels worse. Right? Now, is that kind of a Zany issue? I don't think so. I think that's a Wuwa issue in itself because I think Wuwa needs more 4 stars. I'm gonna make a video on that because it's a little egregious. It's a little egregious that there ain't not a single 4-star in the whole entirety of Renacita. There's not a single one in this bag. That's a little egregious. I ain't gonna lie, that's a little egregious. But I don't think that's a Zany issue. I think that's a Wuwa in itself issue. Oh, I guess it is a Zany issue, Wuwa itself issue. And your second unit is Shakona, which is like a cool support, right? I hear that she's going to be like an Arrow Rover, and she's technically a Phoebe support too, because she can do Frazzle Rezzle, right? She can help her with Weathering Waste. I think that's what I heard. And she's going to be a cartethyia support. Now, here's the problem with Shakona. You drip market cartethyia right after that. You drip market cartethyia. So no one is going to pick up Shakona. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, you drip marketed probably the most hyped unit in the entirety of 2.0. Besides Zany. I think Zany and cartethyia arguably are the two most popular units in the entirety of Parentheses. I think so. Maybe like top two. And so you gave us a unit, right? You gave us Shakona, then everyone's gonna skip her because cartethyia came out, right? And then then you drip market the gameplay for cartethyia, and it's like the most hyped shit everyone has ever seen, right? The bitch turned the screen black and white. She does the Saber Excalibur thing, and it's like, what the fuck? And then I saw like the videos on Twitter on how far it actually goes. So it's like, what are we doing here? You know, like, what are we doing here? Now, but you should probably pick up Shakona if you want to make cartethyia really good, right? Because she's an Arrow Erosion support. But it's like, that also makes the anniversary look worse, you know? Because you drip market the most hyped unit, and now everyone's gonna skip the whole second half, right? So it's like, it's a little egregious. It's not egregious, it's bad, right? It just makes it look worse. So it's like, now comparatively, right? I haven't played gacha games like that. I'm more of a newcomer, right? Genshin, ZZZZZ, and Honkai Star Rail, right? Those are the only anniversaries I went through, and I barely remember Genshin's and Honkai Star Rail. That's how unmemorable. I barely even remember, right? So I'm not really much of an anniversary guy. I don't really care too much, you know. So for me, this anniversary don't feel too bad because again, I have a lot of stuff to do, and all I just want is the polls, right? If you're just there for the rewards, then it's like, okay, I don't care too much, right? I just want the character, right? If you're here for Zany, right, and you don't mind the 2-unit thing, you're having fun, right? But again, I think because Zany is the anniversary unit, it brings more, how can I say this, controversy, right? Is more nitpicking with that because she is the anniversary, right? And the content with the anniversary isn't really that good. It's a little lackluster, you know? It's like I said, it's 2 story quests, parlay, horse racing, and a board game that is just a circle and a special companion that makes the circle go faster. So it's a little lackluster. I will admit, it's a little underwhelming. It's a little underwhelming. But again, for me personally, I'm having fun, right? But I think that's more of just Wuwa being a fun game than to do with the anniversary in itself. So that's just my perspective. Again, this is rambly, right? And there's no script. I don't script my videos. Because when I try to read scripts, my dyslexia kicks in and it makes the video worse. So there you have it. That's my 2 cents on the anniversary thing. And probably people are gonna look at this and like, what are you talking about, Doug? And I'm like, I don't know. It's something I just threw out here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. How y'all felt about it. Do I make any real valid points? Am I just like I am yapping, but any like real valid points? Do you get what I'm coming from? Or do you get what like people who are frustrated is coming from? Like, what's your opinion on the anniversary? Are you more of just like, I'm here for the awards, I couldn't care less about the content kind of guy? or you're kind of like, I'm here for Zany, right? I got Zany, I'm good, right? I'm eating, right? I got what I wanted. Everything else is like, throw it away. I don't really care, you know, right? Because I think those are like the three camps of what I'm seeing here. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Regular videos again tomorrow, next day. I've been pre-recording a lot for this weekend, but not a lot, but like enough to drop 2 more videos, because I haven't recorded for 5 days before that. But yeah, whatever. I'll catch y'all next time. It's me, your boy Paco. Deuces.